Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Jazmine and Bryan, Mr. and Mrs. Fuentes!
I had seen him at a church conference, but I never talked to him. I just saw him. I didn't think anything of it. Well, we went to Lubbock, Texas to a
Hillsong concert in Lubbock. I'm originally from Kermit and she's from Andrews, so we literally drove 2 to 3 hours to actually get to meet. She had said that she'd seen me before at other events and other conferences there in Andrews. There were so many people at that concert, and it was actually kind of crazy how we actually got to meet each other.
I went with my church, and it was on February 20th of 2016. Whenever I was running, I don't remember where I was going, but when I turned around, I ran into someone really hard, and I was like, oh, I'm so sorry, like I didn't mean to run into you. And it was him, and I was like, hey, I think I've seen you somewhere before. And he's like, oh, well, I think in Andrews, right, you go to a certain church. And I was like, oh, yeah, I think that's where I saw you. And he introduced himself, and I introduced myself, but that's where we first like officially met.
Whenever we actually first officially met at the Lubbock concert, I wasn't really paying much attention to her or anything like that, but she actually ended up finding me on social media, and we started talking and everything.
I prayed for God to send me a man after his own heart, and after I ran into him, I started praying about God bringing people into my life that he wants there versus if I want them there.
One really big thing is that we were seeking the same thing, seeking God at the same time, and we weren't seeking other people, we weren't seeking, anything else, and it really caught my attention, her focus on what she was, what she wanted, and just there's just so many things that through flags that said, that's the girl, that's the girl that I want to be with, and that's the girl that, I'd like for her to be mine. Jazmine, I promise that from this point on, I will love you as God loved the church, to protect you and to provide for you. I believe that with all my heart that you and me will truly be invincible as long as we work together through it all. For we have fought against all odds, and it's truly been a journey for both of us. We've had 1,121 miles in between us, and it still wasn't enough to pull us apart. I still can't believe the way we met for the first time at a Hillsong concert. You walked up to me and introduced yourself, but I really wasn't paying attention at the time. Never would I thought that I would meet anyone special that night, let alone the girl that I would be marrying at this moment. Every time you smile, you shine light into my life, and you've made me a better man because of it. Therefore, I vow to give you my heart and to always be your friend, your lover, your shepherd, and your husband. As it says in Psalm 3:4, I can truly say, I have found the one whom my soul loves. And I pray that we seek God together every day and build an altar in our marriage and in our home. As our new chapter in life begins today, I promise to always be by your side during the highs and during the lows.
Amen. You didn't write them down? That's good.
You did good. I didn't write them down, like on paper, but Bryan and Fuentes, my best friend, my partner, the love of my life. I love you. I always prayed for a man who reflected Jesus, and that's exactly what you are. I'm sorry. I vow to love you through the thick and the thin, through the highs and the lows, for rich or for poor, through everything, through the good, the bad, and the ugly. I vow to keep God the center, to remain a God-fearing woman, to handle things with grace and extend grace and mercy towards you as Christ does to us. I vow to be the shoulder for you to cry on and to share all those laughing moments. I vow to love you, to serve you, to serve God with you, to grow closer to God with you together, to pray for you and us, as I trust and I have faith that you will lead me and guide me as you're led by the Holy Spirit into God's will for both of our lives. I have so much to say, and everything is just kind of leaving my brain right now. I'm nervous. But I love you, and there's nothing in the world that can separate that. We bond this love that we have for each other through Christ, which is the most important thing. And I'm so grateful that I have such a God-fearing man that I get to spend the rest of my life with. I love you so much.
All right, we can have the rings, please.
What you want, what you want, what you gonna do?
I, Bryan,
I, Jazmine,
take you, Jazmine,
take you, Bryan,
to be my wife,
to be my husband,
to have and to hold,
from this day forward,
for better or for worse,
from rich or for poor,
in sickness and in health,
to love and to cherish,
as long as we both shall live, till death do us part.
I declare you husband and wife. Bryan, you make me feel bright.
What?
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you for the first time as a married couple, Mr. and Miss Bryan Fuentes.
Hearts worth falling for, you up and calm the skies. As long as you are mine, I'll be there when you need me. You can count on it every time. It won't always be easy, just as sure as the sun will rise. I'll be there when you need me, with every tear that falls from your eyes. Oh, you have me. I'll be there. I'll be there when you need me. Trust, it builds a home, and our